the inner child heal. So, if you are a child, or if you know as an adult that you got inner child healing, that means the trauma within you that you have experienced growing up is unhealed, and you're now dealing with an unhealed version of yourself. The thing is, how do you identify that your inner child needs healing? So, the simple thing is by that you identify with certain things. You'll find that you're aggressive constantly towards people, towards situations, maybe even towards yourself, towards your family, your children, your spouse, everybody, right? You'll find that you're constantly aggressive. You find that you're triggered through a movie or maybe a particular song or situation that happens in your environment, and you find that you are constantly triggered with this wound. And when you sit and you look at it, it's like, oh my gosh, this happened to me as a child, or I can resonate with this because my inner child identifies with this specific trauma. The thing is, growing up is splendid in its ideal world, but to identify your inner child constantly as you grow up and as you progress through life is another thing of its own. Our inner child is with us in everything we do right until the day we pass on. And there is a lot of things that he or she would be triggered because something in you is triggered as well. It can be something emotionally triggering, it could be mentally triggering, it could be even financially triggering. So, yes, wow, that's something big, right? Financially triggering. I feel like I'm guided to talk about financially triggering, right? So, as an adult, we constantly trying to attract wealth, abundance, and prosperity into our reality. And some of us find that it's a bit hard to accept that wealth and abundance and prosperity is our birthright. It could be such that, just say for instance, like you are trying or you would like to earn a salary of 35K a month, whether it's US or rands, but you're trying to earn that kind of salary or trying to bring in that kind of salary every month, right? It could be such that, like you say, yes, it's a lot of money for me. How would I use it? What do I need to do with it? What if I overspend it? Let me drop my manifestation. Let me drop my 25,000, my 35,000 rand or $35,000 that I'm trying to manifest into my reality. Let me drop it to maybe 20, 25 bar, maybe even 16 bar, because that's my worth, that's my value. Because you're afraid of what you would do with that extra money, right? Now, what if I told you it's such that also if you're thinking about, in your your adult self is saying to you, yes, 35,000, or yes, I'm going to win $1 million, I'm going to win 1 million rands, right? I am going to win that lotto. This is you saying that, but your inner child is saying, whoa, 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 whoa. Are you sure you want to do that? I mean, like, how are we going to spend this money? We need to invest this money. What are we going to do with this money? What if people find out we got this money and all of a sudden they're coming out of the new woodwork, or like, what if we overspend it? Like, we're constantly attracted to things, we're constantly attracted to jewelry or clothes, or buying a new car. We're constantly attracting of overspending. So do you think it's best? Do you think it's best we do this? I mean, 1 million rand is a lot. $1 million is a lot. 35K or 25K is a lot of money. Let's drop our requirement, right? Let's drop it, because then we know we're safe. Nobody will trouble us. We know that whatever we earn or whatever we're getting will be covered. okay, if we win the lotto or something like that, let's just win just enough that will cover everything that we require in this 3D world. Where is that coming from? What space is that coming from? So when you were a child, the trauma is that you watch your parents argue about money. You watch adults talk about money, and your subconscious mind absorbed it. Because as a child, we're very much in our imaginative years. That's when we have imaginary friends, we imagine life, what life would be, sand castles and Prince Charming and princesses, and we are in that imaginative state when we are children. So that is when our theta wave is more active, which is our subconscious is more active because we still are being groomed according to how society perceives us or tells us we should carry on, right? Now, you are absorbing subconsciously. You're hearing what mom and dad are talking about money. You're hearing about mom and the adults talking about money and how they need money for this and how we need money for that, or fighting about money like, oh, you always overspending your money. Oh, you're always buying shit with your money. Oh, you're always doing that and everything. So subconsciously, you are perceiving or absorbing a negative trait of what money is and what money will be. For some of you, you were raised in such an environment where they told you money was the devil. Money is not good for you because that's when you lose friends, you lose family, because people take always kind of use you when you got money. People perceived it in such a way that the more money you have, family will always come knocking on your doors. Friends will come always knocking on your friends. You'll attract the wrong kind of energy and a wrong kind of crowd because of what money is. Now, what if I told you money and love is one of the most highest vibration frequency that any person will come into contact with? And in order to achieve that or attract that wealth, abundance, prosperity, and that love as well, you also have to be in that vibration frequency. Now, you can't be in that vibration frequency because you're coming from a lack mentality where you're thinking money is the devil, money is bad for me, money is healthy, because you, in the back of your mind, got an unhealthy relationship with money because of the trauma you absorbed as a child, because the way your parents and your siblings or your friends and your family perceived money to be. So, hence, that's your projection of money. That's your projection of love. People were hurt by love. People were abused by love. We all get hurt by love. Some people get hurt and abused by love. But how do you heal that inner child to attract what you want into your reality of a positive light? For today, I'm going to tell you a few techniques to help you heal the inner child. I want you to sit with your legs crossed and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Another deep breath in, a deep breath out. Right. Do it 2 or 3 times until you're cool and calm state. When you're doing this, after you make sure you have a pen and paper next to you for what I'm going to do next, for teach you next. I want you to visualize like your inner child is sitting directly opposite from you, right? As he's sitting directly opposite from me, the more I'm talking on this, whenever I'm doing a live, my phone is constantly ringing, right? I do apologize. But this is what, it's confirmation that I'm on the right track by giving you this, right? So So this is what you do. With the inner child sitting, you visualize like your inner child is sitting there opposite you. And then you ask him or her, you speak to them like you acknowledge them and you say, how are you? How are you doing today? How are you feeling today? And once you've this thing like identify with this person, this inner child, identify with them so they're aware of who you are, what you are, and what you want to accomplish, right? And what you do is also you talk to it like, okay, I see like we're attracting, we want to earn money, we want to be money, we want to attract wealth and abundance and prosperity into our life. But I see there's certain fears that's been projected. Where is it coming from? You know, why are you feeling like this? We're trying to attract love into our reality. Confirmation, my throat chakra is getting blocked because somebody's not expressing themselves, right? But we want to attract love, right? How do we attract love when you always feel like you're unworthy of love? Like, what's going on with you? Let's talk to me, you know? And sit and really listen. In that silence, you will be able to connect with your inner child, and you'll find that there's little messages that comes through, and you will be able to identify it and realize that, oh my God, this is where I perceive love incorrectly. This is where I perceive money incorrectly. I never wanted, here's something, I never wanted to win a lotto in my whole life. The reason being because I always saw in my the circumstances or in my surroundings, I watch how people always ran to my father for money. People always ask my father for money. It could be such that I watched people always came knocking on somebody's door for money. Right? It's not only that I saw how it was bringing arguments because there were times when my dad used to gamble and it brought arguments into our home, and it led to mental, emotional, and physical abuse in my home as well. And alcohol, a bit of alcohol abuse, but not so much alcohol, but it was abusive in such a way. And that's how I identified winning money or getting more money, identified it as wrong, you know. And I always said to God, universe, and angels, as growing up and whenever I wanted to do, I said, just give me enough. Just to make sure I got enough. Just to make sure I have enough. I'm going to end this live and I'm going to do a part two, right?